Welcome to this demonstration of e-governance solutions based on experience from Estonia, a country widely recognized as one of the world's leading digital societies. This presentation is prepared for you by the members of the Estonian ICT Cluster in partnership with the Estonian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In this presentation, we will be looking at activities involving the land registry, such as buying and selling land, as well as tax payments on properties. To get started, the citizen will use their unique digital ID number to log into the Citizen Portal, a central gateway to all public sector services. He or she enters their personal ID number and password, and once they press Login using Smart ID, a verification code is sent to their mobile phone, and once they verify their identity with the PIN number, they are logged in. The same login procedure is used to access any public sector service in Estonia. As we can see now, Michael Williams is logged in and different information is already presented to him from the different registries, such as the Population Registry and Marriage Registry regarding his family. As we are interested in real estate activities, let's go straight to the Land Registry. For this demo, Michael needs to log in again. For demonstration purposes, the login and user change processes are made easier. In real life, the login would be based on the ID number, utilizing secure methods such as Smart ID, Mobile ID, or the user's unique digital ID card. Once logged in, Michael can see information about his properties. Currently, we can see that he does not own any properties. Next, Michael will search for the property he's interested in buying. Once he finds the desired property, he can look at different information about the property, such as tax information with the details about tax rates. Michael likes a particular property, Wajir Road 55-5, and by clicking on it, he's presented detailed information about this particular property, such as building information, the registration number, and the current owner of the property, Adam Smith. He can also look at the digital map for information about the location of the property and go in and look at the live street level image of the property and the surrounding areas. Once Michael is satisfied with the information and has decided to purchase the property, he can contact Adam Smith and negotiate the purchase of the property. Once they have agreed on the terms, Adam Smith logs into the system and starts the sales transaction for the property. As Adam and Michael have already agreed that the money for the transaction will be placed in an escrow account, Adam can take all the necessary steps from his side and Michael will finish the process. Adam starts the sales process by selecting the property and starting the change ownership transaction, after which he selects the buyer of the property, Michael Williams. We can see that first the state tax needs to be paid. Then the document needs to be signed by both Adam and Michael, after which the transaction will be complete. Adam pays the transaction fee and signs the contract from his side. Next, Michael Williams logs into the system and can see a notification about the new transaction. Clicking on the transaction, Michael is presented with the transaction information and he can proceed. Once he signs the contract from his side, the transaction is completed and he is the proud owner of the property. He can confirm this by looking at his properties. We will now log in as Adam Smith again to look at the tax payment process. Once logged in, he can see the tax information for the many properties he owns. From the land registry system, he can also make payments directly for the properties he owns and has direct access to the historical statistical information about his properties, as well as the current monthly status. As you can see, the land registry is a comprehensive system for tracking and managing land and property information. The system is connected to different public sector registries. When logging in, all the user information was directly received from the Population Registry, tax information from the local tax system, and the payments go directly to the state and local budget management systems. As an example, we can see how the contract fee transaction is immediately visible in the state budget system. In the state budget management system, we can see the payment that was just made for the current transaction from the land registry, as well as the information about other fees that have been paid by different systems, such as the state fee for border crossing reservation and the state fee for starting a civil court case. The systems are connected using an interoperability framework with underlying technology, effectively making all public sector services work in a unified yet distributed manner. Let's look at the visualization of this unified exchange platform. Once we refresh the data, we can see the new transactions as data exchanges between the systems. we can see the information from the services involved and the client systems involved, such as the citizen portal, company registry, land registry, person registry, queue management service, hospital information system, and others. Below, we can see a visualization of data moving between these services, such as the population registry with information about individuals, the land registry, payment information, and others. Another view shows the different registries. We can see the land registry, person registry, citizen portal, and others. These views enable us to understand the true interoperability between different systems and services. All the connections needed for this demonstration have been taking place in real time with information moving between all relevant systems. This presentation has been brought to you by the ICT Cluster in cooperation with the Estonian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The land registry solution was developed by Registry.